And so people are going to be like, you're not playing Final Fantasy 13? No.
Right. So I can see the stream and everything else.
So I sure was.
And make sure everything sounds good.
There we go. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Alright, I want to show just the fact that this is still an extremely glitchy game. This game's been out for I don't know how long. At the beginning of the year, as of October, I know, but October, November, December, January, February, March, somewhere around 5 months. There's still a number of glitches in this, and this game began as basically a glitch. Well, no, it's not that they didn't have enough time to work on it. A lot of it was the fact that a brand new company worked on it, and who had very little experience, from what I understand, with games, and that caused a lot of problems. And yes, time was part of the factor, but it was more a lot of this other stuff as well. Alright, I want to change the Baseball Stadium 2016. I don't want that. I actually want to change it to something else, Winterfest. Because 2029. Okay. I want to set that. Big heads are going to stay off. I'm going to show a little created wrestler of mine. Just, by the way, some of these are people I've downloaded. By the way, there's Glitchishay. Still very present in this game. Glitch Fest, it is very much so. Alright, we go with Tire 2, confirm, and we'll just have him 5-star Itawari, because I'm not gonna do the whole match. But again, you've seen already one glitch with Glitchishay there. Let's look at the moo and see how he glitches on this stage. There's the whole January thing where at the beginning of the year they had their own Y2K. Y2K20, I guess, is what a lot of people called it. And you couldn't do anything for a few hours. It was just, you couldn't play a game, you couldn't go online, you couldn't view career mode. This game is just known for all of the problems that it's had, and it's 5 months old, and they haven't fixed a lot of it. Case and point. Okay, so my character is going to do his entrance here. And he just phases through a good portion of the wall, and yeah. And just walks straight through the wall. And it's like, this game should be a little bit better than that. You'd hope it would be a little bit better than that. But no, it's not better than that.
Absolutely amazing.
So that's what like I said, I just want to show that off real quick. We're gonna skip the scene. What are you doing? Why are you so happy? Not.
This game called Graveyard Keeper that Alex is.
Look who's here, the Persian Lion.
Graveyard Keeper is the most accurate and maybe it's pretty match.
And his opponent from Minneapolis. What's going on here?
Cut costs, expand entertainment with the Burning Festival, instead nearby television for TV church.
I think I have actually seen someone play that.
Words have come to this. They need to get in the ring of the...
And so I actually put it on the wish list because it started making me laugh. Subscription.
Okay.
I was like, make them go to church.
There you go. Alright, so let's go ahead and do what we originally came here for. Why did I back out of that? And the fact that this whole thing, the screen that you're seeing right here, that's not... Oh, whoa. Updating. It's not my stream that's glitchy or lagging. It's the game. Well, it's supposed to fade in and out, but it... Huh? Do what?
The screen, like, cuts away in, like, 3 pieces away from his face and stars.
Probably, but there are also instances where the game is, like, pausing right in here, and it shouldn't be doing that. So let's go ahead and... Yeah, that was supposed to do that. So let's go ahead and hop into this, and we see our two characters. We've got very bad name and BubbaJames. And I wanted to just have fun with this and just go with it. Let's give this a shot and see if anything worthwhile occurs from this. And so this is like a cutscene heavy game from what I understand. So there's going to be like pausing and glitching and things of that nature, and oh, everyone's excited to watch glitches. People love to see mistakes in games, especially ones that are entertaining. And WWE2K20, a lot of it's been entertaining so far. By the way, as you can tell, I've got my herbal tea for the day. No coffee here, but
Red was one of
herbal
the
tea.
toughest opponents I
And
ever
so her
faced.
name is Red,
No
and so
matter
that
how
apparently
hard I
works
hit her,
out for
which
her
was
because
pretty hard.
her hair
She
is
never
red, her
backed
clothing's red, and she's getting
Sorry,
beat
it feels
into at the
strange
moment.
to stand up here and talk about her in the past tense. Don't get me wrong, I'm honored to do this, but I never thought it would happen so soon.
Huh.
For Red or her best friend Trey.
And so,
Wherever
yeah,
Red
by
went,
the way, if you
Trey was there
notice,
too.
there's a
And to
bit of a
make
size
things
difference between Ronda Rousey and my
Package deal, They've
character.
always had each other's backs.
I didn't realize how pronounced it
That
would
was
be
certainly
until
the
right
case when I faced
now.
off against Red in the Money in the Bank match.
Anyone's match as far as I'm concerned. I'm sticking with
Well, I wanted to make a giant-sized woman, and so there you go.
Red faced an uphill battle just to
I know I did.
for this match. You have to wonder if that'll affect her chances
Dude,
here.
there are a lot of things I can find wrong with this match right now, one of which is the fact that Zelina Vega is in a Money in the Bank match. That's not going to happen anytime soon.
Charlotte does here. Oh, a neck breaker.
Good night. Stop reversing me.
That kick will stop you in your tracks. Great
Ah, well.
from Bianca Belair. Hold on.
This is going to start us out real well, I think. We're off to a good start. Ronda Rousey is trouncing us.
Power from the suplex.
All right, and we just toss her like a rag doll. That's good night, woman. Stop. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just step out of the ring and
Baszler evades that one.
okay,
What a sequence.
this works.
Not again.
One of these competitors is eventually going to have
I'll
to
try
gain
to be
the upper
slightly
hand.
quieter.
You like that?
All right, we get Ronda Rousey to yellow health, and we gotta get her in the ring now. We gotta punch her while in the ring, and I think, well, that's not how I wanted to. Well, I'm not getting in the ring that way.
I'm not sure Charlotte should be showing up her competition like this.
Bringing it back into the
All
ring.
right, and I just throw a punch is all I do, and we throw a punch, and automatically we're setting up ladders right beside each other. I don't know how this is happening.
To the briefcase between Red and Ronda Rousey.
And we're about to get dumped to the floor unceremoniously, aren't we?
Are not ready for this match to be over.
Bianca Belair's got a hold of me, and of course you need multiple women to take out Rousey, of course.
It's an absolute free-for-all to see who's going to get the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Ooh.
Ronda and Red have recovered, and I think they might have other plans. Oh, no.
And the women get dumped.
Chaos. The window of opportunity is now wide open for
Alright,
Red
so now what are we
and Ronda
doing? It's
Rousey.
just the two of us.
Oh, look at this here. Arm wrench.
Come on.
Just a step quicker.
Yep. And powerbomb. Okay, I was wondering what was wrong with that one ladder, and it just dawned on me that it was leaning on the ropes.
Devastating elbow.
I'm not too in the WWE game, but this one is such a disappointment. Yes, this one was a major disappointment. How are you today, Eric? Hope you're having a great day today. I wanted to play this game simply because of the fact that it like you said, it's been a major disappointment thus far. And I love how the AI is like programmed to not bother me or Ronda Rousey at this time. Okay, whip Ronda into a corner. This, oh, or just get whipped into a corner. That works too. And I'm down. And we'll just reverse this.
She scores big with the counter.
Nope, come on. Whip, thank you. Good. I'm glad that you're doing well today. I've been wanting to play this for a little bit. I just haven't made the time, I guess is the proper wording. Haven't made the time to actually do it.
And now Ronda is punishing Red. Is it too late to change?
And by the way, as I mentioned a moment there, notice the size difference between my character and Ronda Rousey's. How much is this? Too much. I actually got this game. We got some. I got this game the day that it came out. And so I even got one of the special editions where I got Andrade is there. Where I got some special cards for Supercard, because I do play the Supercard game. There's BubbaJames. Not to mention the fact, what was I about to say? Anyway, I got the special edition, some extra characters, and it's, when I got it, I'm like, well, this isn't that, and then I started noticing these things. There's even a glitch in the game that I can't show off, like a glitch in it, you know, that I'm not going to show off here. I got the technical drum that, hey, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad that you were able to get that. Oh no, Ronda Rousey's got my arm. What does that mean? Arm bar. This sounds pretty cool, dude. That's the end of the first section. And so that's all that was just seeing that. I actually got some new video games yesterday. I got Fester's Quest and RoboCop for the NES and Primal for the PlayStation 2. Cost me about $10 total for all three of them, I think.
I have one game in particular I picked out that's $1.99.
This truly is a historic day. I don't think I've seen you dressed up since our senior prom.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll look at it.
Because no one else would go with us.
I remember showing up in that sweet home.
Oh yes, the cutscenes are garbage in this game, and the cutscenes are going to be. There are a lot of cutscenes in this game. There are absolutely a whole bunch of cutscenes in this game.
Still weird.
You have a list, right?
No.
And so.
Seriously?
I put it in the safe just like you told me.
That ain't bad. Yeah, I hope not.
Did you say magnet?
This game, really and truly, at the end of the day, is a glitched out version of WWE2K20 Part 2. And it's actually not as good as 2K19. And a lot of people were saying that 2K19 was a terrible game.
That list has been the roadmap to our entire careers, and now
yeah, I know it wasn't.
One thing left to
but I want to do the story mode of this one because I heard at least the story mode of this is absolutely crazy. There's a lot of weird stuff to it, and so I figured, you know what? I know they hurt my eyes.
Also in the safe.
Oh, the cutscenes are hurting your eyes.
We should have got the list tattooed.
Oh.
No chance of losing it, and we'd have
probably what ended up happening is we had a little bit of. Every so often, my internet will kind of go wonky on me, and I noticed that things weren't smooth a minute ago. Where did they screw up? Oh, okay. So here's what happened. I think the game was made by. I want to think of who made it. It might have been Aki. Her eyes. I actually made her eyes that way when designing her. I didn't think it would stay that way during cutscenes. But when she was wrestling, I wanted her to have certain eyes. So, but like the gaming company, I think it was Aki, A-K-I, that was making this earlier. They decided they didn't want to make any of the 2K games anymore.
What's going to give us confidence, recognition, success.
Look at the size difference.
We've ever wanted.
And how's he in high school with a beard and mustache like that?
We're going to use it to make a list of everything we'll
this is
when
perfect.
we become WWE.
And I'm saying my eyes hurt. Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Do that.
There is that.
Or we could play my favorite lunchtime game.
But this game was passed on to a company or a group that I think they weren't used to the type of crunch in making a video game. Two, from what I understand, Vince McMahon kind of got in their ear and said, "You're gonna finish this game by October," instead of giving them time to actually make a quality game. Then he made the decision after the fact that we may not have a 2K21 because he didn't like the way this turned out. Well, that's what happens when you do what you do, mate. I love the fact that his, yeah.
Do you want me to do the
Vince McMahon makes pretty, he makes all the decisions. So a lot of the things that I've talked to you about that I absolutely hate, decision-wise, that he's talked about, or that I told you about, they're all decisions that he has the final say in at the end of the day.
Train at the dungeon.
Come up with some wrestling names.
Team with Mickey James.
Get my own action figure.
Compete on NXT.
So they're doing a bucket list of things they want to do before they become wrestlers. And oh, good night, stop! No, stop! Whoa, whoa! Can we not be so close to their
Win a ladder match.
I've got a match for you. My butt, your
Technically,
face.
it was Oki's fault. I would say it's more Vince's fault because he just wanted to make something else and be involved in something else. And so that's what happened there.
Get my own action figure, become WWE Divas champion.
So
Is this some kind of WWE nerd vision board?
Hey, being immortalized in semi-posable plastic.
Semi-posable plastic. Hey, I mean, you know, you got the Technodrome.
Like this?
Oh yeah.
That was a huge mistake.
And up. Oh, don't tell me. Okay, do we get a fight here? Are we about to have another cutscene? What do we got going on? We have another loading screen. So, their company barely got any experience with these good graphics. Yeah, pretty much. And so, in essence, what they did is they made what essentially looks like a carbon copy of the last game, except the characters look worse. Like, when you see Charlotte Flair, I just realized that the Raw theme is playing in the background, the earlier Raw theme. I did not notice that. Charlotte Flair, like when you see her nose, she looks a lot like Squidward. Okay, so... Okay, why could I not run just then? Because my character just... Oh, because I was pressing the wrong button, that's the reason why. Way to miss your moves and... Oh, come on. Seriously, got what? Well, yeah, I missed the game. So I need to get Brooklyn down to red health. And that's basically all I'm doing here. And so I can show off probably her special moves here shortly.
I wasn't even a WWE commentator when Red was in high school.
I can hear some of the commentary in the background. I don't know if you guys will be able to. But like Byron Saxon just said, this doesn't even make sense. I wasn't even a WWE commentator. What in the world? WWE commentator when Red was in high school. There we go.
Everything she's getting here tonight.
I could not agree more, Michael.
And we go up and down. And so I haven't really messed with a lot of Red's moves yet. I'm going to do that more as I progress through the game. Because you can level up your character as you go through this. And I will be doing that very shortly. I'm not going to be doing my finisher as of yet, am I? No. Strike Brooklyn while standing in the ring. There you go. Going turtle hunting at flea market today. Hey, man, go for it. Turtle hunting? I tell you what, there's actually a flea market not too far from, well, I say not too far. It's about 45 or so minutes away from our house that I'm wanting to check out sometime. And to check out some of the old video games that might be out that way. And the pricing and whatnot.
That's exactly what happens when you make fun of Red. You pay dearly.
But that's one of the cool things about the flea markets is you can find things there that you may not be able to find in the store. And of course, you know, you hunting after the old Ninja Turtle figures, yeah, definitely that's going to be something to look after and find. Oh, I need to hit the continue button here. You can find all sorts of hidden gems in a lot of instances out in little things such as that, whereas you might not be able to find them in normal circumstances. Like some of the areas that or some of the things that I tend to find when I go hunting after video games is that in a lot of stores you're going to find the old sports games, because let's be honest, there are about a billion Madden games that are out there, and I have no interest in those. It's usually in some of these little old shops that I find the cool stuff. Every once in a while I might find something on, you know, at GameStop or at Second and Charles, which are two places that I like to go to. But it's a lot of the same thing in those stores.
The guy who can't remember the safe combination is questioning your sanity.
Whatever.
So there's that, and I'm also wanting to
Well, as much as I'd love to join you in rewriting history,
I love the fact that she's so tall and he's so tiny. He's looking up to her.
That's how it really went down.
But like you can barely see her head. Beautiful. Usually the thrift stores give their employees the good stuff, and that's true. Is the employees in a lot of instances usually get the first dibs of it, which isn't the best of things, but you'd like to see it differently. But Amazon's been another good source for used games, but Amazon isn't always the best priced. I found that I try to do comparison. I try to compare the prices as best as I can.
Get my own action figure.
Can't always do that, but, you know, you do what you can.
Is this some kind of WWE nerd vision board?
25 minutes into this, and we're just a little bit into it, and we've seen how many cutscenes so far?
Touch our stuff again.
What? Like this?
That was a huge mistake.
Oh no! I've unleashed Hothead Red!
I'm gonna take that marker, bring it to your grandmother's nursing home, and
okay.
cross out parts of her chart, so when the nurse goes to give her turn-down service, she won't know to flip her over. That's right! I'm gonna give your grandmother bed sores!
What?
What is wrong with you?
Calm down, deep breaths, maybe we can talk this out.
Okay.
I'm done talking!
I like how Von Braun didn't even touch Red and flipped her over. I guess it's because of how tall she is.
What are you gonna do? Hit me with a steel chair? Put me through a table?
I'm going to get help.
Oh. Okay, so that's it. I'm looking for Mustard Belly Slash.
Everyone already knows Hothead Red.
Okay, when you said Mustard Belly, I'm like, Mustard Belly. As far as a yellow belly. You know, kind of a yellowish color. It's more the mustard color, but yeah, more of a yellow belly. I gotcha. Oh, and she put Heinz to... Dude, you can tell that was a good high school because of the fact that they had the good ketchup. We had like the generic little pool things. I had forgotten that when you have like these action figures and even some of the old games, you have the variants. Like, I'm going through... I've done all of my physical games. I'm going through my digital games now, which I'll be adding to those shortly. It's the rarest variant. Wow. You have these variants, either action figures or, like I said, video games. I got it looking through some of the Nintendo games. It's like, now, you have a copy of this game. Is it a 5-screw or a 3-screw? Do you have the oval Nintendo logo or the circular Nintendo logo?
Of the whole thing online.
I'm looking for Pizza
exactly
Face.
What she did.
Ah, I remember Pizza Face.
She could have dumped something worse.
I remember the Ninja Turtles. I used to, I loved the cartoon when I was a kid.
So what? I'm not gonna do any of those things anyway. What do you mean?
Okay, I was about to say, like, that would be like, that's, you're at the very edge there when you were a little kid, when it hit.
I bet a bunch of those are.
I thought it was really cool. I didn't realize this until recently, but in the later seasons, one of the main villains was voiced by Tony J. Yeah, Frollo. And the voice of Shredder
You need to read the letter again.
was Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Well, I know, I'm just saying, the variants are mostly worth money or rare. Yes, and that's true.
Letter, please. Here we go. I think this
That was
section is
like
relevant right now.
3 or 4, and it might have
You've probably
continued
asked
till
yourself a
about 5.
million
I
times.
got you.
Why?
Yeah, it was a
Why
whole
would
lot
you
longer than that. It lasted, I
The
think,
truth
8 or
is
9
we did,
seasons.
but we had
So
to
you only
make
got to
the
see a small
hardest
portion
decision
of
our
it.
lives because we didn't
And I
feel we
don't
could give you the
remember
life you
I saw.
deserved.
My mom
And
just
that
said,
life is one where
when
you
I
can
woke
have
up,
the
my hair
freedom to
was
follow
sticking
your
up
dreams no
on-
matter what they might be,
sticking up
to
in all
become
weird ways, and she
anything
went,
you want.
"It's my little mutant
Using the
turtle."
only letter I have from my real parents as some sort
Like,
of motivational
you
speech
collect turtles?
is
No, I
kind
don't
of
collect
cheap.
turtles myself.
They're right, though.
As far as the DVD sets, and like when the Ninja Turtles were in their prime,
You need to at least
as far as
try.
like, and when I say in their prime, I mean like
Fine.
they
But
were
this
around
whole
when I was in my
WWE thing doesn't work out, I'm
they were
letting
around
you-
when I was a kid.
It'll work
In
out.
fact,
I
like the
promise.
first comic book I ever
Assuming you
owned
never
was a
have to
Ninja
wrestle
Turtles
a
comic,
string.
and
They're actually a
I
lot
wish I
tougher than
still
they
had
look.
it. I don't have it now. But my brother and I were told by our parents that we would be able to get a Ninja Turtle. Not a Ninja Turtle, a comic book. Yay, we're at level 3. And so we finished the first chapter. The game gets kind of crazy later on. But like the Ninja Turtles was something I was familiar with when I was growing up. And so the very first comic that I was able to get, I saw one with Ninja Turtles on the front of it. And I recognized the Ninja Turtles from, we had played the first Nintendo game. I actually received the second Ninja Turtles game for a birthday one year. Both for the NES. And so the first comic that I got to receive was a Ninja Turtles comic book. And it had, I'm trying to remember his name now. I've already said it once, but I can't remember it to save my life. But he was the
You had
Manta
some
Ray.
serious rage issues back then. Did you also
He,
forget that's how
he
you
was
got your
that
nickname
character.
because you were always
And
seeing red?
in the
No.
comic, it
remember.
showed how he came to
And
be.
then Brooklyn
He
tacked
was
on
like
the
if I remember
head
correctly,
part.
a marine
Gotta give her credit for
biologist
that.
or something
The
of that
writing
nature
definitely made it
who
catchy.
got
Hot head,
doused
red.
with
Hot head,
mutagen
red.
while
Right,
doing
okay,
something
we
with
get
a
it.
stingray, and he
You
got
figured out that's
transformed
safe
into
yet?
Manta Ray, and he
No,
wanted
but
to
I'm
fight
pretty sure I
against
used the same
Shredder.
combination I've always
And at the end of
used
the comic
for
book,
everything,
they,
which is-
defeated Shredder. He ended up going to... Man, I don't know what this is. Was I supposed to, like, pay attention to this? Was I honestly supposed to pay attention to what they were saying earlier? Because...
So where do we go now?
Yeah, exactly. So what do we do here? Because I've been talking and not paying attention. I've been paying somewhat attention to this. We'll just go with this one. Yeah, Phil Ray, that was it.
We'll figure it out.
Got it.
Yeah, we
Finally.
just guessed and
never
we
in
got
doubt.
it. I don't know if it's always that way or not. But at the very end, he like
I'm
swims
sorry
off
you
into
were
the
locked in
ocean
there
and
alone for
he's
so
good to
long.
go.
We won't ever
Very
let
cool
that
stuff.
happen again.
But that was the very first comic book
something
I ever
so
owned. I
sweet.
don't have it to this day. I
You're
still
just
wish I
jealous.
did, but you know.
We should have gone
If I
for
could find it in good condition, it would probably
Hey,
super expensive
we
because
got a
that was
message from
like
President
late
Johnson.
80s, early 90s. Or early 90s.
Do you think you impressed the most
So,
electrifying president of the
we
United
did end
States
up having
history with all
some
your
Ninja
career
Turtles action
achievements?
figures.
Actually,
But again,
you
like
do.
the
All
only
best on your big day, I'll be
action
watching
figure
from
I
the
still have to
People's
this
White
day
House.
is
cool.
a 19.
But
It's from the
I voted for Kane.
1980s, early 90s. Rowdy Roddy Piper figure. I still have the box or the card, and the card is in Spanish. The only problem is when I got it, it was originally in the box and I never opened it, but over time the glue around the figure just kind of wore away, and so out of nowhere I heard something fall, and the plastic just fell off of the box. So I've got the whole thing in an actual small box, like a plastic container. I actually had someone make the statement, "Hey, well, since you didn't open it, you should glue it." I'm like, I really don't think that's all that honest. But,
I think you could glue it.
I probably could glue it, but I just don't, He's also rare. Yeah. I would imagine he's rare.
James, Psycho!
Yeah. Alright, so let's start with my player tree because we've got some stuff to build up because we're level 3. And so we've got some points that we can do. I wanted to reverse because the better I am at reversals, the better off I am. What is this? Fired up. Store up to 3 finishers. I like this. Equip it now? Yes, please. Thank you. A catching finisher. Yes, please and thank you. I also want strength because how much weight a superstar can lift? She needs to be strong. Head durability, of course. Damage recovery, obviously. Reversal. We need to build that up as well. Body durability. We need to get that stronger as well. Stamina recovery, also needed. And I can do pin combo. We want that. That's good. And we can break tables. Yeah, that's always a needed thing. So let's look at skills. You just can hear the theme in the background. Alright, payback. Can't do any of that. Alright. Return to the My Career Hub. We gotta sit through this again. This takes forever. And I do like that I've got the pink bar in the bottom letting me know how long it takes, but still, that's... But yeah, when I was a kid, I loved the Ninja Turtles. I was about to say that the one character that one of the characters I had a Mondo Gecko with the skateboard. And I loved any and all opportunities to get Donatello. If there was a Donatello figure, I wanted it because I liked Donatello. I'm going to do the options one more time because I got message apparently. Sarah Amato, can't wait to see you tonight. Deserve it. Welcome to the club. Candice LeRae. Okay, so that's basically it. Alright. I'm not going to mess with any of this on stream, so any of these things that I change will be changed later on. Let's talk with AJ Styles first.
I still can't believe it's really all over for you and Red.
He's talking to Trey. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, press X?
I know. It is starting to sink in.
Okay, so this is basically like a cutscene without being a cutscene.
Just this morning I was thinking about that time we faced each other in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
So,
man, that was brutal.
I'm trying to remember, like, I used to have a huge cachet of action figures, though, and if I remember correctly, when I grew up, or I got older, I ended up giving them all away to charity.
Really?
Like Goodwill or something of that nature, and then when I got older, much older, I went, why did I do that? I mean, it's good the fact that, you know, maybe there were kids that got to play with those things when I wasn't using them. But it's like, I could have sold those for much more money later on down the line, and I feel bad about saying that.
Yeah, that doesn't...
But I had a bunch of figures. I had, like, wrestling figures. I had a lot of Marvel characters. So I can play a match.
Hey, pull that match up on your phone if you don't mind.
Okay, so I can play a match with BubbaJames and AJ Styles wrestling against each other. So, yeah, we'll do that. I bet you AJ Styles is going to beat him. I have the rare Mondo Gecko with green eyebrows. Dude, I bet that cost you a pretty penny. So, out of curiosity, though, where do you tend to find the majority of your figures? Is there any particular place you like to look, like, say, I know eBay used to be really good about finding things of that nature, but I don't think eBay is what it used to be. Do you find that you have a better chance of finding these things online? Random chance at stores, things of that nature? So win the match by pinfall or submission. So this is a Falls Count Anywhere match with BubbaJames and AJ Styles. Bubba is a luchador, if I remember correctly. But I'm doing this because as the game progresses, I'm going to have to build Bubba up as a character. Oh, he did me again. Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't. He keeps reversing me.
Neither one of them are willing to give an inch here.
Oh, I think I just busted AJ Styles open with that. Oh, way to miss your move, Bubba.
He might have been waiting on that one.
All right. Alright, I'm going to take a moment, let that stamina rebuild. Well, I bought them at the retro store. The store closed. Because landlords, oh, I hate that. And DDT.
You got to tee off on an opponent. Use everything in your vicinity as a weapon. It's about a competitor getting theirs by any means.
The more damage you inflict, the better. This is all about total destruction. Nothing is off limits.
I don't have frames dropping, so... How does the stream look at the moment? I'm just out of curiosity. Yeah, DDT!
Oh, on the apron! Real quick, in case we have any newbies watching, a false count anywhere match means that this contest can literally end anywhere.
Oh.
Simple, right? Even
Get my head
can
drove
understand
through
those
there.
rules.
So if it's false count anywhere, does that mean I can use weapons?
Back in from the floor.
I kind of want to see. At the same time, I'm cognizant of the fact that
it could even end outside the streets. And on top of that, it's worth noting that anything is
it's good, okay. Yeah!
There are no rules.
So I made Bubba kind of like a little luchador, because, which Bubba is fashioned after a friend of mine, and I've already shown him the character, and he thought it was funny.
I'm not sure
AJ Styles might be headed for a rare loss unless he turns things around.
But I made the luchador aspects of him just for the fun of it. Now my only chance is thrift stores and flea markets. I gotcha. I mean, hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. Yay! Oh, drop kicked in the face. So I should be able to do Bubba's finisher, which I don't even remember what his finisher is. I should really look into that. And we're going to DDT him again, and Ladoom.
Spiked into the ring apron.
So what is my finisher? No! He reversed me! How dare you, AJ Styles? This might be my last time getting turtles until October. Why so? What might keep you from getting turtles? Out of curiosity. Is there a merchant that, moving on for a period of time as far as, or something of that nature? Because I know sometimes with flea markets you have merchants that will travel from place to place. Seeing you grew up poor. No, I did not play with Muscles or Guts characters. Yay! Lung blower. And we're going to try to do a finisher to AJ Styles.
And you know what's next, guys?
Spanish Fly, and we pin him. Retro Game Store closed down. Okay. 2 count only. After all that, a 2 count only. You okay? Your neck? Is there anything you need? Well, I can't give you that.
And he goes for the pin.
Okay.
Dug down deep and gets the shoulder up.
Well, if you can think of something, let me know, okay? Alright, so we got to find a way to beat up... Alright, I want to see something real quick. Win by pin or submission. Match rules. Disqualification is off. I did not mean to pin that guy. Get a bunch of turtles. Yeah. I hate that, man. I honestly hate to hear that. Because we end up, as far as with these stores that we like going to, and then something happens to them. How do I get a weapon? Okay, that's how I get a weapon. Chair. I want a chair. Quickly grab a chair before AJ Styles can hit me in the face. I am not following you. Come on over, AJ. Come on over, AJ. Come back over here. I don't care, dude. I'm not following you. Or
He's bringing it back
all
inside
right.
the ring now.
There we go. Just
And that poor
chair him.
It looks like a twisted
It's
heat.
chair. Oh. Nope.
What a reversal by AJ Styles. Styles is always thinking.
No.
Phenomenal blitz.
Not what I wanted. You're gonna hit me with the. Okay, that's not cattle mutilation. So, are you gonna go for the All right, he's going for the phenomenal forearm. I've got to block this. He sold all his toys to one guy, though. Oh, that's not good. And we reverse the phenomenal forearm. Because we can, and we're awesome. And we're going to give him another lung blower. And we'll try pinning him after the lung blower. Let this be it. You've got to be kidding me. I keep hitting him with all of these moves. And he's he reversed that.
AJ Styles made him pay there. Big time. He lands the chair again.
Get out.
He's borderline.
Get out of the ring.
Tonight, guys.
I didn't want to throw it out.
He's really
Luchador with an elbow drop.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage to that torso region, and I think it's starting to add up.
doing some more
Okay, let
damage
this
here.
build up.
That is so dangerous.
AJ Styles moved out of the way there. AJ Styles.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, no, not cattle mutilation, not the calf. No, the calf crusher.
Absolutely agonizing. Will Styles' opponent hang on? His opponent's got nowhere to go. It's just a matter of time here.
No.
AJ Styles wins.
So I hit the man with like a dozen or so finishers, and he still gets up. Not a dozen or so. I hit him with a bunch of whatever. We done here. Oh, I can look at his player tree though, because that would probably be good. I didn't realize I could do that running offense. Earn a reversal. I don't really want that right now, but okay, build up his stamina, his aerial range, his reversal, more reversal. Okay. Let's progress forward. Someone spammed. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you spam symbols, Nightbot is set to do that. I'm sorry, Liv Bruin. But we don't allow that. How are you today? And I'm sorry about that. No, I have no choice but to do this match, don't I? All right. So we'll have to try this again. Looks like I got myself stuck in this match where I've got to do it no matter what.
WWE2K.
Yeah, because nothing will prepare you for
So,
one of the most brutal matches of your career. Quite like sitting on a
oh, you gotta be kidding me. Now he's gonna reverse me, and then I'm gonna reverse it again, and then he's gonna reverse me. And that's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna keep reversing each other over and over and over.
When you look at this, it looks like they both did their homework heading into this one.
But with me being able to do the chair thing, knowing that I can do this without getting disqualified,
This could stop AJ Styles.
I kind of want to DDT this guy onto the,
He knew he'd get hurt. In a match like this, you can't
yeah, that's what I wanted to do. And just drop AJ Styles on his head.
And it's paying off. Yeah, we all know he's
All
a
right,
guy
let's
with
grab
great
that
skill
chair
and endurance.
before he gets the chance to get up.
Real quick, in case we have any newbies watching, a falls count anywhere match means that this contest can literally end anywhere.
Or get the chair taken away from me. That works too.
That's unique, Corey.
All right.
Calf kick right on point.
Pick up the chair and smack. Or not.
AJ Styles able to avoid damage there.
Good.
Such a technician. Everything in this
All right.
match is legal.
Because this is what I'm doing now. I'm going to spam chair shots this match. I don't care about stars or anything of that nature. I just care about beating him with a chair until he stops moving. That's what I'm planning on doing here.
Fortunes can change with just one move.
Yeah, especially in a situation where a limitless amount of real estate is your best.
All right.
Oh, he's really taking it to him.
Man, this is not
Okay. No, I don't want that. I want to lift AJ up, and let's try this. And no.
AJ Styles made him pay there. Big time.
I didn't want to grab a chair, or I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to grab the chair I had on the ground. It was too difficult for BubbaJames, I guess.
Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
Yup.
Oh, the reversal by AJ Styles.
In the ring.
Back into the ring. And scissors.
All right, let's try this again. Lung blower. Awesome. I'm trying to think of if I know of any other sources you might be able to use, and he reversed me. How dare you, Mr. Styles? And he tried to do a finisher on me, and it was probably the Styles Clash, and I reversed it. I'm trying to think if there's any sources I can think of off the top of my head that you might be able to use, Eric. You know, maybe online resources to find characters and whatnot. But off the top of my head, I can't think of any. It would be nice, I tell you that much. If I could think of one. And as soon as I can, I will let you know.
It's targeted attacks like this that put people on shelves for a very long time.
No, not another reversal.
And here we go. Oh, look into the armbar. Now taking control, fighting for survival.
Oh, you go. Okay, quit. I don't care. All he's got to do is put me in a submission and I'm done. Please don't tell me I have to do this match again. I have to do this match no matter what, don't I? Oh, game, you really hate me right now, don't you? Did you ever have Super Shredder? I did not. I did not. Although I do know if I remember correctly, they are making a Super Shredder figure based off of the second movie. I do know that Super Shredder in the second Ninja Turtles movie was actually played by a wrestler. If you watch wrestling in the early to mid-90s, he went by the name of Diesel. Later on, he was referred to as in WCW Kevin Nash. And so he actually portrayed Super Shredder in the movie. And yes, I do like the movies. Yes. Yes. Oh. And if I do boost, it does nothing for me. So I've got to make sure not to put this guy in an abdominal stretch. Because that's just not good.
I did not see that one coming. Elusive movement there.
No, stop reversing me.
It's like they're both somehow one step ahead of each other.
But yeah, the Super Shredder figure would be really, really cool.
Scoop slam. The dangers in this kind of match are endless. Byron, what can we expect in this one? It's all about the dangers of the unknown. The fight could go
And they can show the toy show Toka, Razor, Casey, Raph, and Super Shredder. That sounds pretty cool. And I remember Toka and Rezar from the movie. As far as the
Easy kick out there.
I want to say it wasn't a loggerhead turtle, but yeah, the turtle and the puppy.
He's in a bad spot now. Yeah, he's got to find a way.
Eating those special donuts. I don't know why I am pinning him right now. He's jumped after or kicked out after every move I've done so far.
Performers in sports entertainment, folks. What a reversal by AJ Styles.
Because I can't just. Of course, he reversed that. And for a time, I'm not going to be able to reverse moves. Well, as long as there's a delay with him walking around trying to get to me, that's fine, I guess. And then he's going to throw me into this. Okay, now I can reverse things, so. Yeah, I'm not.
Great competitors, great superstars right here in WWE.
All right. We are going to fight down the alleyway.
How much Styles has left? He was the favorite for this match, but that's changing rapidly. Oh man, AJ Styles may be wishing he was back in Japan around now. Styles will rally, relax. Headbutt. Oh, what a forearm! Turning the momentum to his favor. He's getting after it while he has the energy. Smart move.
Okay, so we're just brawling down the aisle is what we're doing. Brawl to the back.
Tear the features clean off your face.
So he is so much faster than I am. That's kind of annoying. Alright, so we should be able to fight in this area, right? I should be able to do, like, wrestling moves and things of that nature here. Wolf and Snapping Turtle, that was it, a Snapping Turtle. I just remember I was like, you can get puppy when I saw Toka. I think it was, no, Rezar. He still jumped.
If you want to put AJ Styles away, you best come with more than that. What a warrior. Interesting, there's the...
Oh, I am so not going to end up being able to pin him, am I?
I can't believe he had the energy to kick out of that.
How'd he do that?
Oh, baseball bat. Hello, baseball bat. And, of course, he jumps out of the way. And...
Such a technician. Oh, the reversal by AJ Styles. Oh,
okay, let's take a moment and let my stamina go up after that. If I remember correctly, in the arcade game of Turtles in Time, camera, thank you. Toka and Rezar were the bosses of a pirate stage, but for the NES, I think it might have been Bebop and Rocksteady. Hey, bada swing. Hey, the bat worked. You know what? Just bat him away. That works just fine, I guess.
AJ Styles was toppled tonight.
Just bat it away. Alright, so we've done this. I can skip this. I can skip this. Skip this. That took entirely too long. Yeah, the Alabama Slammer. That took way too long. 3 matches because I can't reverse a submission move to save my life. Good grief. Tuck and Razor were in both in time version. Okay. I'm not as familiar with that game as I would like to be. I do remember the fact that Turtles in Time is super expensive now, I think. If you were to find a copy of it, it would cost you more than it would have cost you when it first came out, I think. Although it's not the most expensive of Ninja Turtle games. Or not Ninja Turtle games, but of video games. Alright, let's talk to Natalia.
I just wanted to congratulate you, Red. You really deserve this.
Okay.
Thanks, Natty. I know we had
the arcade
some
version
differences
was
over the years,
the pirate ship, and the SNES version, they were in the
Mountain
Technodrome. Yeah, well, we on Rock City were pirates. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, except that one time
I guess I worded it in a confusing manner. But yeah, you are absolutely correct.
I forgot about that.
I didn't. You threw me into a road case.
Well, I mean, you agreed to it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. What were we even fighting about?
The usual stuff. Who was better, the title, you saying you were the best female superstar to ever come out of Calgary.
King of the Hurricane is the cheapest of the bunch, if I'm not wrong. And the thing is, that's actually one of my favorite games. I'm going to go ahead and play the Brawl because it's going to build up.
I remember.
Again, this is going to build up my character strength. And the Brawl, I don't have to pin her or make her submit. It's just I beat her up a little bit. I love Teenage Mutant TMNT2 is one of my favorites. 2 years ago on my birthday, I streamed that. And I can still remember the code to 9 lives and level select. If it's a single player, it's BA, BA, up, down, BA, left, right, BA, start. If it's 2 players, BA, BA, up, down, BA, left, right, BA, select, start. And you get 9 lives and all the characters. Oop. Oop. Okay, so I have to win by knockout.
For claiming she was the best female superstar to ever come out of Calgary. That was pretty much a direct shot.
Oh, good game. There are 2 more. Yeah, I've never played any of the Game Boy games. I haven't been able to find any, and I know it's one of those. Well, you can get the ROMs. But I'm not. Here's how I look at this. For me, I don't want to play a game as far as if I can play it on some of the original hardware, I will. Or if I can find the original game. If I have to use a ROM, I will. But to me, it's something that should be secondary and not first and foremost. And yes, I got a big woman. She is tall. Whereas Bubba is really small.
Tossed around like a rag doll.
You've got to be kidding me. I was in the middle of a move. Shouldn't have been able to block that easily. Oh, I've got... Okay, I've got no reversals now, so I need to be cognizant of that.
Stomping out.
Why? Oh, okay. It looks this way because this is all a memory. That's the reason why.
Especially in a match like this.
I was like, why do they look like there's like methane gas coming off of them? Because it's all a memory.
That's the ace in the hole, and the reason why Natalia's so confident.
Well, the Foot Clan is cheap compared to the other ones. You regret selling it. I remember that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 game. Okay. Came with a coupon to Pizza Hut that we never ever used. And so, yeah, like I said, that was a whole lot easier than the match. And so that worked out perfect. But yeah, I loved the arcade game. It was good fun. Good fun. It's not torture if you're paying for it. So now can I get on with the continuance of the storyline? I know doing that kind of took our time, but I think we should be able to move on to chapter 2 now. Because we talked to AJ Styles and we talked to... Okay, I can leave the lobby now. We're going to leave the lobby.
Hey, it's X-Pac.
Just keep walking. We don't have time.
We always have time for X-Pac.
No.
Besides, you can't just ignore a WWE Hall of Famer.
I can't.
So, we got more going on.
What's going on?
Hey, guys. Looking
I
good.
remember X-Pac.
Thanks. I'm on this new mustard-only diet.
As in mustard is the only condiment you use?
No, as in I only eat mustard.
So, like,
dropped
you
like
find
7
weird
pounds.
things like that being said all throughout the game,
But
and
enough
just
about
strange
me.
things
This is
occurring.
your big night. I swear it was just like yesterday when I first saw you two on
Okay,
NBC.
so we're actually
Yeah,
getting
at
into
that
the
point,
indie
we were only a
stuff.
couple years in.
And I was about 30 years in. But I could still
Um,
go today if I had to. I'm telling you, this diet's legit.
I
Yes,
guess you
just
could say
mustard.
You can cut the mustard, huh?
Ha 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 ha.
Anyway, we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you. So
You do like the Ninja Turtles
sure you'd have been
a
fine
whole
without
lot,
help.
if I'm
don't
gathering
think I can say the
correctly,
same for
Eric.
you. You were
Big,
kind of
you know,
interested in craps back then.
you
No
probably
offense.
have a whole lot more knowledge.
No, it's true. And I wasn't just a
than
drizzle.
I do.
I was more like a
There
torrential
is
downpour
actually a
of
Teenage
crap.
Mutant Ninja Turtles game
Red
I
was
have for the
always ahead of me
PS4 that I
from the
have not
moment we
played
started
yet.
training.
I've been wanting to get into it, but I haven't really taken the time to try it. It's Mutants in Manhattan. I think I played the tutorial, and I didn't get much further than that because I didn't have the time. I should really give a little bit of time to playing through that game and seeing what it's like. Who knows, it may be the case that if I like it, I'm going to stream. And hello, I want to become famous. You are... Let's see. Can I...
You can use this credit card for whatever you need. but
Okay,
we keep
so
a reward
I
points.
cannot
I'm about
just...
10,000 short of a free
can't
trip
block
to someplace warm. and
something
you're gonna help me
in...
get there. Deal?
Got it.
There we go. We are going to block that.
Be close to you one more time.
Yeah.
Like yesterday we got
Because
that
that
call
was
that
a
was
bot.
Denver was ready to be
And
adopted,
so,
now
I also want to
all
delete
grown up and
this
going
message
off
if I
to
can.
College. I just can't believe it.
I know. Hard for me to believe too.
We'll come visit soon.
Well, I
okay?
can't
No, don't.
delete
I
this mean,
message. A big
That's
part of college
dumb.
is learning independence, and if you're visiting all the time, then I'll never be able to do that.
Just be...
Let's try again. Alright, so I'm back in this. Okay, so it disconnected and then reconnected me all of a sudden. Train at the dungeon.
Are you excited as I am?
Look!
I don't think that's
Her head
possible,
is going through the
considering we've already
windshield.
had 3 energy drinks before we've even left town. But
This
is gonna be cool.
Her head just went through the windshield.
How many top
Look at it, it's still just...
The Hearts, Edge, Jake the Snake Roberts, Rowdy Roddy
5
Piper,
months and
we're
you
next.
can't fix this
Get ahead of
stuff.
ourselves. We have a long way to go before we can be mentioned in the same sentence as those legends.
Everyone has to start somewhere though, right?
Oh.
And the dungeon is a great place to start. I still
Yeah,
can't believe
Twitch
your
for some
parents were
reason
okay
just
with all
bloop,
this.
all of a sudden.
What happened to them
And
wanting to go to college?
just
They changed their
just
minds.
I don't know.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just disappeared on
Well,
me.
that's good.
But I
Hey,
still
whoa.
her hands, her
Bathroom break
head.
already?
No,
I
I'm
would
sure
love
you
it if her head just went through the roof. That's it.
See that sign? Our faces are going to be on it someday.
Bob
You
Ruggiero,
really
inventor
think
of
we
the
can become more
toilet paper,
famous than
the paper
inventor
toilet
of the
seat
paper
cover.
Toilet seat cover?
That man
A lot of butts
invented
and
something
seats.
And when we
awesome.
make it to WWE, so will we.
Because I am a germaphobe when it comes to public restrooms. Oh. Let me see if I can delete this message again. There we go. That's what I needed to do. I can do that from my from the iPad, so I'm learning. Career mode. I can go to triangle to look at Trey and Red's list. The list. So we're to become Divas Champion, star in a WWE action movie, train at the dungeon, come up with awesome wrestling names, team up with Mickey James, get my own action figure, compete on NXT, win a dance-off, wrestle Lita, find out what's inside the Undertaker's urn, inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame, be in a WWE video game, win a ladder match, wrestle in the Crybaby match, wrestle first match, win first match, wrestle in Memphis, wrestle in hometown, win the Money in the Bank ladder match, win a WWE Championship, and win the Royal Rumble. So that's what we're trying to do here tonight. So I'm going to do the tree again because I think we may have earned some stuff. Yes! And I've got to do this every time I can. Hammer throw. I can't. Oh, I gotta do this first. That. Derp. Alright, so we got the hammer throw, which is gonna be a needed thing. We need arm power. And arrow reversal, I'm not gonna worry about it at the moment. I need... I'm gonna go with head durability. Sounds like a really good idea at this moment. Alright. Can I switch out between the two of them? Alright, there's that. Alright, so... Please don't take me actually back to the hub, but don't make me have to reload. Yeah, it's been back. I've been back for a few minutes. I don't know what happened. It just dropped out all of a sudden and said, oh, we're no longer streaming. And that happens sometimes. Like, I've got good internet. From what I've seen. But something happened and it just crashed all of a sudden. And that's never really happened to me on YouTube, but it happens every so often on people say it's garbage. Yeah, I've seen that, and I think they're right. I mean that politely. I do think it's not that great of a game. And do your strike speed, strike reversals, build that stuff up, and resiliency, and I can't do anything else at the moment. I should have done springboard diver, but I can do that next go around. Alright, so I can actually get into this in a minute. I never played the Turtles in Time remake, but I did hear bad things about it, and it's no longer available on Xbox Live anymore. I think Konami's cash grab with the Ninja Turtles, their deal with them expired, I think it was, or maybe it was Ubisoft that had a deal with them, and it expired, and so I don't think it's available on the 360 Live Store anymore. Kind of like Ubisoft. A little loud, I'm sorry. Ubisoft had a deal with, mainly because they don't mix the NES and arcade, they just did the arcade. I gotcha.
If you could face anyone who trained in Calgary in a dream match,
who would it be? Yeah, we're not going to do this. I am not doing that match because I know what this is here.
Come on, I'll get you started with some options.
How
about...
I remember the Scott Pilgrim game. I bought it, and then it disappeared on Xbox Live shortly after I bought it. And I'm like, I'm glad I did this. And so I'm going to do I Don't Want to Play because of the fact if I do this, it's going to force me into a match.
Okay, fine, be a grump. But let me know if you want to play later.
Okay. Is it me or is his head like... Is he a whole bunch bigger all of a sudden? Okay, I want to see that again just real quick. Just, I know I've got to go through this, but I just want to see.
Time for a road trip game. If you could face anyone who trained in Calgary in a dream match, who would it be?
Isn't it a little early for road trip games? We still have like 2,000 miles to go.
We both looked because our dog just went.
How about...
And just let out this little bark sound.
Bret Hart, Jake the Snake, or Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Alright, I just want to see, I'm going to do I Don't Want to Play again, and I want to see if his head is in a different spot.
Okay, fine, be a grump. But let me know if you want to play later.
And let's just see if something happens. Okay, his head is still big all of a sudden, but we're going to keep driving to Calgary. It's not torture if you're paying for it. Speaking of paying, no. I wonder if this was during a time when you had the wrestlers who would kind of take advantage of newer students by beating the living tar out of them simply because they could. And his head moved. Gotcha.
This is it.
I will admit I have seen a little bit of the story mode, not a whole lot, and this actually makes me laugh. The dungeon, for those that don't know, is the area where Stu Hart trained various wrestlers back in the long ago.
I just want to say,
it was basically a basement where he would beat the living tar out of a number of different wrestlers, and if you could make it through the beatings, you ended up becoming a, he trained you to become a wrestler. And that's where they are now, is the area where the dungeon supposedly is, and...
Hey there. I bet you're here for Bret Hart, eh?
Hello?
And I love how she's got, like, the generic Canadian accent, eh? You know how the Canadians talk. Also, the girl disappeared. She disappeared behind Bubba's head.
He is. Hang on a sec. Bret, two lovely people are here for wrestling training. I'm sure he's just putting his tights on, gelling up his hair, finding his sunglasses. He's got a little arch,
Of course.
So are you Bret's housekeeper?
Okay, seriously, guys? I'm messing with you.
So Bret's not home.
No. And he hasn't been for years. The Harts don't live here anymore.
But you said...
This kind of thing happens like once a month. And I like to have a little fun when I break the news.
How is that fun? We just spent 3 days
that's
driving.
your fault, not hers.
I gave myself severe stomach issues. At this point, we'd settle for one of the more obscure Hart brothers, or even
Yeah, I mean, we can see Bruce Hart,
like
maybe
said,
Keith,
none
that's
of them are
fine.
here. You seem like nice kids. Stupid, but nice. Next time, do some research before you decide to drive all the way up here.
Jeez.
Oh.
So much for Canadian hospitality.
I thought you said you checked all this out online.
I did. I mean, I searced for dungeon and wrestling, and then some really weird stuff came up, and I kind of got sidetracked. Point being, don't look at my browser history. But hey, we came all the way here. We should at least get
one
a
of those
picture.
jokes. All right.
Can we do another one? I was making a weird face.
Probably on account of the sun pain.
Maybe you were right about us trying to become wrestlers. We've already failed at the first thing on our list. And maybe we're not cut out for this.
Hey, wait, we can't just give up that easily. I have an idea.
You have an idea. Now, will that idea follow through your Canadian hospitality? Oh. Very, very good. Very good stuff. I'm enjoying this so far. It's been worth it. So I will admit that one of the things I'm going to be doing in between streams is I will be bulking up my characters to make them a little bit stronger, so we don't have instances, hopefully like today, where BubbaJames is trying to fight against AJ Styles, and I have to fight him not once, not twice, but thrice, because of the fact that I have no ability to get out of
Wasn't our finest moment.
But since I had a dad
submission moves
rewards section on the
to
credit
fix
card
that.
bill, we were able to stay in Calgary and learn from a former wrestler who, at least according to him, trained with the Harts back in the day.
I think he just ran next to one on a treadmill once.
So that's how you guys hooked up with Riley Flash.
Yeah?
Yeah.
After striking out at the dungeon, it was kind of our only option.
And, but yeah, again, it's going to kind of bulk them up, make them stronger. I'm probably going to change some moves around and kind of make them a little bit more well-rounded from what I want. I don't have a whole lot of moves unlocked. I do like her, her finisher and whatnot. I think she's got some good moves. And I want to get some more that would more fit with the monster female that I'm trying to create and the high-flying BubbaJames. Don't get lost in the afro. But I'm thinking, because I'm thinking right now this and XCOM with the occasional Halo when if I don't feel like playing either one of those for one reason or another, I'll slip in Halo until I finish Halo. But I think these two are going to be your, oh, way to just dodge me. Alright, and you're not, very good. But I think this will be the two streams that I'm doing is, will be this game as well as, XCOM. Which reminds me, Eric, I need to create you an XCOM. I can't guarantee you'll live a long life, but it's something that I need to do, is create you. That way, if need be, I can rely on your help. I've been doing that as of late, playing XCOM Enemy Unknown, and as I play through it, I've created various people in the stream as characters, such as Soy Bomb, Amora. What's XCOM? Okay, XCOM is a... She wasn't even touching her just then. That was really weird. XCOM is a... let me remember what XCOM is. It is kind of like a turn-based strategy RPG game where I have to position my characters to certain places so they can fight against alien hordes. It's one of those games that if you die in the game, I was going to say if you die in the game, you die in real life. That's not what I meant. If your character dies in the game, they die in the game. That's it. Performed a grapple against Josie Jane while standing in the ring. And so far we've had various characters like, what is he doing? Grab the ropes.
Get your feet up on the turnbuckle. Push off and roll backwards. You can pin him like that.
He had his feet in the ropes. Okay. I've created characters like Soy Bomb, Cosmoronic, and others, and killed characters off like Cosmoronic by accident. But
Yeah, you did good. You did good.
But
We'll get him next time, all right? You good?
it's been something I've been doing on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's a really long game. It's like a 26-hour game, but I've really been enjoying it, and I think I'm on my 5th video, so we've done somewhere around 10-12 hours, give or take. So we still got a long ways to go, and it's one of those that I'm playing it until I finish it, and there are 3 ways you can finish it. You go bankrupt, you lose, basically, when I say bankrupt, you don't have any more enemies to fight, and you can't afford more guys to play with. Not enemies, but characters to fight with. The UN basically pulls out on helping you,
Guys,
or you actually
come here.
beat the game. And so if the UN pulls out or we lose funding, the game is over at that point. But I'm playing it for as long as I can just to see what it's like.
It's making me itch all over.
Hey, what was that for? For playing to an imaginary crowd. It cost you the match. Red?
Yeah,
Great
it's a
job.
really fun game. At least to me it is. It's for the Xbox 360, although if you have one of the newer consoles, the Xbox One or the PS4, or if you have a really good computer, the XCOM 2 is also out for it. I would recommend it as a game if you like turn-based strategy, RPG-ish games. And it's about as close as I get to playing an RPG. But, like I said, I like it a lot. I think it's fun. I would definitely recommend it.
Red's the one who's ready, not you, doughhead.
What?
When it comes to in-ring
Doughhead.
ability, Red's got you beat by a kilometer.
Isn't that less than a mile?
Oh, thanks for the conversion, Albert Asswhite.
Wow.
Bottom line, you're too focused on the entertainment side of things.
That means you would be a great
Maybe you
manager.
weren't focused enough on the entertainment side of things. Didn't you only appear in WWE like 3 times?
4, if you count the time I helped him into the ring on his fancy chair.
Back when Macho Man was the Macho King.
No, it was a chair, not a
All right,
car.
Eric, I'll see you in a few moments.
Either way, I was in WWE 4 more times than you'll ever be.
I'll make it there someday.
Flash Riley was
It's on
in
our
for a
list.
cup of coffee.
Oh, yeah, and someday I'm gonna poop golden nuggets. Oh, no offense, Red.
Whatever. You'll see. Congrats on getting your first match. You know I'll be there cheering you on.
Yay!
Speaking of cheering her on, since you like running your mouth so much,
you can accompany her to the ring as a manager. That actually might be a better fit for you long term.
A manager? That's not what
Hey, look how ripped I am.
You'll figure this out. I know it.
Oh, one more thing. I need to know what to call you so they can advertise the event.
That's easy. I'm sticking with Red. Kids started calling me that in high school because of my temper, but I'm gonna turn it into something positive.
Yeah, so
And
there
what
you
about
go.
you?
Sticking with
Sticking with
Denver.
I don't know. Sounds too regional.
In Omlady.
I know.
Omelette
How
du
about, Albert
fromage.
Eswite?
Nah.
How about
Carl Botch?
Carl
Kinda
Botch?
the moves you botch?
That's pretty
I
good.
like that one.
How about I pay tribute to my wonderful trainer and call myself Riley Flash Jr.?
Oh, that ain't happening. Do you have any other nicknames?
Trey!
No,
Oh.
no, don't listen to her.
I kind of like that. And you can spell it T-R-E, so it's kind of like 3 in Spanish, as in getting a 3 count
There
to
you
win a
go.
match.
All right, so that
Which
works.
probably won't happen very often for you, but you get
So,
it, right?
Yeah, I get it.
we got to figure out
Then Trey it is.
how to do their costumes, because the
Thanks a
costumes
lot.
I kind of threw together
No
on the fly. I know
problem,
they're not
Trey.
looking all that grand,
And
but
hey,
they're
I
not
just
the worst
realized we
things
can
in the
cross
world,
something off
and they
our
match
list.
at least.
Come up with awesome wrestling names.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, Red. Red is not quite an awesome wrestling name as far as I can tell. Red kind of seems like a name. So, hey, Chapter 2 is complete. Yay! So, you know, there's that at least. We got BubbaJames and Miss Chamber. I've got to get her a better name because Emily Chamber just sounds dumb. But I was like trying to find a good wrestling themed name, and I'm like, well, Elimination Chamber's coming up. And Emily Chamber. Hello, Peyton Royce. So, oh, right, Chapter 3 is the Winterfest. And, by the way, there's 17 chapters to this game. And if we're just entering Chapter 3, oh, we're going to be here for a little bit. So, all we can do is go to the Winterfest event. Now, as always, I do want to go and look at the player tree, because of the fact that I need to build up, and Emily has 12 points that we can distribute around, plus 5 skill points. I mean, I think we need the top rope diver for someone her size. Absolutely. You know, all that mass comes crashing down on you. That you're gonna want that. What is this? Immovable object decreases the chance that it will fall to a knee when hit. Yes, I want that. That is amazing. Let's see, chain wrestling. Earn a finisher. I'm not going to bother with that right now. Power, I don't really want submission. Aerial range, I don't really want that, but I may have to do some of this stuff in a moment. Sorry, I'm hearing Brock Lesnar's theme in my ear right now, and I'm like, yeah, Brock. Can't stand Brock Lesnar, to be honest with you. He, not an enjoyable wrestler to watch. Adrenaline buff. No, I don't want that buff, but it does lead me to more stamina, which is needed. And I hear Nikki Cross's theme playing in my ear now, which is enjoyable. Environmental offense, we can go with that. And instant recovery. Nope, I don't want to equip that. But I do want to get the stamina, because the stamina is going to be helpful. It's like you're kind of focused on certain things at the moment. No points available. Alright. So let's go ahead and get her and then get BubbaJames added up, and then we'll go to Winterfest and do the wrestling there, where we get to wrestle against, I'm assuming, Peyton Royce. We get to wrestle against one of your favorite female wrestlers, the obnoxious Aussie. Hey. Let's see. We're going to do Bubba, and I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to cut the stream here in just a moment. My wife is not feeling very well, and so I want to tend to her. I think that's important. Yes, I do want to come back. we are going to at least build up Bubba a little bit before we end this. Is that ladder? Yes, we want ladder Daredevil. And we can do springboard diver, which will be good. We want to build his stamina, his reversals, and yes, we can do that. And I've got one more I can do, momentum. I'll build that and we're done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this a stream. We got through the first 2 chapters. There are 17, I think, total, and so we got 15 to go. But if I don't have any more hiccups like I did with Trey, having to fight AJ Styles 3 times in a row, we should be able to make decent progress through the game. I want to say thank you to Eric and to anyone else who was joining me for the game today. Hope you all have a great day. We will see you Tuesday with either XCOM or this game. See you guys then. Bye now.